Hey everybody, it is Tam telling tales. You guys, thanks so much for being patient with us. We want to give everybody an opportunity to come on into the room. So go ahead and let me know that we are here at the 7:14 hour. You guys go ahead and also share this. Tell everybody that we are live now so they can come on in so that we can have this amazing conversation with author Blake Moore. She is the author of The Soul of A Cupid, which was the EyeCU Reading and Social Network monthly read for May. And we have the privilege of having her here with us on this evening. So, without further ado, I'm going to let you guys get a little piece of this intro song. That I'm going to come back and give you a little synopsis about our author and guest for the evening, author Blake Moore.
I got it. Tam telling tales. I got it. Tam telling tales. I got it. Tam telling tales. I got it. Tongue twister. Say it real fast one time. Tam telling tales.
All right, you guys. So we got the intro in. And so now let's hear a little bit more about Blake Moore, shall we? Blake Moore, author of sultry black fantasy romance with an urban edge. Blake Moore, a budding African American author who embodies the essence of Southern charm and modern allure. Early on, Blake developed a deep seated passion for fantasy, paranormal, and science fiction genres that continue to inspire her enchanting narratives. As a mother of two daughters and a wife of more than 20 years, she finds solace and creativity in the world of storytelling, honing her craft over nearly a decade dedicated to developing her writing career. Blake's journey into the realm of romance literature began with contemporary Black romance under a different pseudonym, exploring the complexities of love in modern settings. However, it was her foray into fantasy romance that truly allowed her imagination to flourish. Embracing her unique identity as Blake Moore, she infuses her tales with a potent blend of magic, supernatural elements, and steamy romance. For those who don't know, Blake's signature blonde hair serves as a beacon of her creativity and individuality. Currently writing under Be Love Publications, she showcases her expertise in fashion merchandising through vivid descriptions of attire, leveraging her background to enhance the mood and ambiance of her scenes. Blake's personal attributes seep into her characters, with many of her heroines sharing traits such as a penchant for pink and the nurturing nature of a Cancer sign. Raised by her father, she infuses that upbringing into her novels, grounding her fantastical tales in relatable human experiences. Although originally from California, Blake's soul resonates deeply with her Southern roots, infusing her words with the warmth and hospitality of her small town Tennessee upbringing. So, you guys, without further ado, we are going to bring up on the screen author Blake Moore.
Hello.
Hey there, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing wonderful. Now that the technical difficulties have gotten past us and everything, you know
Yeah.
how this goes. They just want to show
Mhm.
out on us at the most inopportune times, but
I
that's neither here
know.
nor there. We got you here, and I'm super excited about
Mhm.
it.
Me too.
So, we always start off the show with a little game.
Okay.
Okay, and so hopefully you are down for this game, ma'am. It is called Preferences, and it's really
Mhm.
easy. All you
Okay.
have to do is just tell us which one you prefer.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Got it.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, for everybody that's tuning in, we are here
Mhm.
on this evening with author Blake Moore. She is the author of The Soul of A Cupid, which was the monthly read of May for EyeCU Reading and Social Network. If you guys are out there watching us on this evening, please make sure that you say hi to us in the chat. Let us know you're out
Please say
there.
hi.
I'm checking on a couple things right now. Ebony is saying hi. Clara is saying hi. Hi, cousin. So, we're ready for preferences. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone, definitely.
Call or text?
Text.
Driver or passenger?
Passenger. Passenger princess.
Mm-hmm. Laptop or desktop computer?
Laptop computer.
Bernie Mac or Steve Harvey?
Bernie Mac.
Okay. Martin or Fresh Prince?
Fresh Prince. I know. I know. Everybody says that.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm a Detroit girl, so of course I'll be wanting everybody to
Okay.
say Martin, but it's okay. It's fine. Okay. Uh, a convertible or SUV?
SUV because my hair. I don't want my hair to mess up in
Understood.
the convertible.
Yes, ma'am. Hip hop or R&B?
Hip hop, definitely.
What,
Definitely.
for real?
Hmm.
Okay
Yes.
then. Biggie or Pop?
Pop. I'm a
Okay.
California girl, of course.
Okay then. Well, Jay Z or Nas?
Nas.
Okay. All right.
Hmm.
Mexico or Jamaica?
Jamaica.
Uh, a BMW or a Mercedes?
BMW.
Hmm. Okay. Trader Joe's or Whole Foods?
You know what? I've never been to either one. So, but
Oh,
my
okay.
daughter, my daughter just brought me a plant from Trader Joe's, so I'm gonna go with Trader Joe's.
Okay. Trader Joe's is a good one. I like Trader Joe's. Whole Foods, you gotta be to work some overtime. You know what I'm saying? To go get you
That's
good
what I
Whole
heard. That's
Foods,
what I
but
heard.
Trader Joe's gets you just right. Okay. A road trip or flight?
A road trip.
Okay. Not everyone says that. I love a road trip
Mm-mm.
too.
I love a
Okay.
road trip. I've driven from
Love.
here to California.
See, oh, I like that.
Hmm.
Okay. Love or money?
Love.
I knew you was gonna say that because I mean, look at what you write. And the last question, this should be the easiest one.
Hmm.
Tam telling tales or any other platform.
Of course, Tim telling tales.
Yay! Woo, alrighty. So now that the ice has been broken, we get to talk a little bit more about you. And then, of course, we are going to delve into some conversation about the monthly read. So,
Hmm.
Blake, tell us a little bit about how you became an author. What sparked this fire in you to begin writing?
Honestly, I actually don't know where it actually just started. I was going to school for fashion merchandising, as you read in my bio, and then all of a sudden, I think I read 50 Shades of Grey, and I was like, hold on, I can do that, and I can do it better than that. So I was like, let me get into this. And from there, it just kind of went. And I started off with my real name, and then I went on to my pseudonym. So, and now I'm here doing fantasy, and this is what I love. They say write what you love, write what you know, and this is what I know. I'm a fantasy sci-fi girl all the way through.
Oh my goodness, you are definitely that. This has been one
Hmm.
of my favorite reads thus far.
Oh, thank
And
you.
you know what's so interesting is I don't know that I have considered myself a fantasy
Hmm.
supernatural girl, really. Like
Hmm.
I'll read
A
it
lot
because
of people
oh
say that.
somebody put it, but then I'm reading this one and I'm like, yes, I like
Yeah, that's
this.
what I want. That's what I want. I want it to be, I want people who don't necessarily go to fantasy and to say, oh, okay, I can read that because, it's something that, happens to me every day, but just with a little twist on it, with a little fantasy twist.
Yeah, I also think that sometimes when it comes to being black, we
Hmm.
don't always
Yeah, we
see
don't.
ourselves in that genre,
Yeah,
right?
that's
And
true.
so we
Hmm.
maybe tend not to gravitate towards it. But when you get to experience a book like this one,
Hmm.
where it's it's well written, and the characters look like people that you know. They're
Yeah.
relatable. Then it makes it
Mhm.
all that much easier to be able to be like, oh, okay, I'm ready for the next one. I'm ready for the next one
All
because
right.
I
Mhm.
thoroughly enjoyed their love story. I truly, truly did. So tell us a little bit more about, did you start off solely on fantasy, or did you write some other stuff and then gradually get into fantasy, or was it just like dope fantasy, that's it?
No, I didn't start off in fantasy. I was actually scared to write fantasy because of the reason you just said. Because not a
Mm.
lot of Black readers were going to gravitate towards fantasy. And that's what I wanted. I wanted Black readers to read my work. So I started off with contemporary romance, and I was writing under my real name. And then I switched over to a pseudonym and I started writing urban fiction. And then I was like, it didn't fit me. It just, I don't know, urban fiction was hard to write. And I give props to anybody who writes urban fiction. And then I was just like, you know what? I read fantasy romance. I read sci-fi romance. I read all of those things. Why not just write what I love to read? So I can write something that I want to read. So that's what I chose to do. And just for the past year, I've been writing fantasy. This is
Oh
my first
wow,
foray into it.
this is the first year. Oh my goodness, that
This is
is
the
crazy.
actually Soul of a Cupid. The Soul of a Cupid was my first fantasy book I've ever released. So
Oh my
yes,
goodness,
yes,
that's
and
dope.
it was my first one.
That's dope. Well, I have thoroughly enjoyed this book
I'm glad.
that just started writing in this genre a year ago. Well, who are some of your who are some of your favorite authors that you actually read?
I love Octavia Butler. I love her work. I love Beverly Jenkins. I love B Love, that the loyal wife. I love a good thriller. That's one of my favorite genres. So it's just I love to write. I love to introduce myself to new authors. So if you've ever seen a book, a fantasy book, a romance book, recently I just read a newer author. I think her name is Noelle Villa, and she wrote The Witches of Salix Point. And I just love reading new Black authors who write fantasy. I love thrillers as well, and so I love to see Black authors when they write thrillers as well.
Okay, well, listen, I hope everybody that's watching is taking down some of those titles and those author names so that we can continue to enjoy the same things that Blake is enjoying as well. Because if they are motivating her to write the kind
They
of
are.
books that she is writing, then they are definitely worth a read. And of course, once you say Octavia and once you say Beverly, there it is
hmm
right there.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think
They
Beverly is the
are
only
definitely my
person.
favorite.
I think Beverly's the only person who's gotten me to read like historical romance, and because historical romance is probably on my bottom of my list of things to read. So she's got me into historical romance completely.
And see, that's my favorite genre. Is,
Okay.
well, more so historical fiction,
Mhm.
but it
Yeah,
always lends to that
yeah, it does.
historical romance. But that's my favorite. Child, we
Hmm.
go and we get on the boat and hang out with Beverly and everything because she's on the Detroit
Oh wow, yeah, I know.
weekend and everything. Oh, she is a joy.
Hmm.
She is
Yeah, I've
absolutely a
met her
joy.
once. I've met her once before. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
great.
I'm looking to be meeting her again this year. I'm glad you
Mm.
said that. I check my calendar. Yeah, we got Stephanie here. She's like, we love Beverly Jenkins. Yes, we do. We absolutely adore
Yes.
her. hmm So, for all of you who are tuning in right now, we are here this evening with author Blake Moore. She is the author of the EyeCU Reading and Social Network monthly read for May, actually, which is the Soul of a Cupid. That's what you see right here up on your screen. I want to leave it up a little bit. I know you guys can't see our faces, but the reason I want to leave it up here and I'm gonna just keep on talking a little bit
Hmm.
is because yeah, yeah. Y'all see this man? Woo! Y'all see this cover? See, I'm somebody who judges books by covers. Okay, so I'm one of them people. And when you look at a cover like this, doesn't it make you want to read it? Cause it sure made me want to read it. Okay.
And I want to thank KL Hall for her book because honestly, I went searching for the cover first because I wanted to
Mhm.
do a Valentine's book. I wanted to do a book during February and I did not know what I wanted to write. And then I saw this cover and I was like, that's it. I know what I want to write. I'm going to write a story about Cupid and he is going to be a sexy Cupid with black wings. And
Oh,
so I have to thank KL Hall for that cover because it was on point.
thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you so much for this cover. And it also it fit the story so well.
Hmm.
It was like, and
Yeah.
it does make sense now because knowing that
Hmm. Yeah.
is the photo that you already had and then started writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tied in very well because that is such
Hmm.
a great depiction of the character that we read about.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was fine. He was fine. Now pronounce his name because I feel like I was saying it wrong. Zion.
Zahn, like John with a Z.
Okay. Okay. But I don't know why. I was saying Zion. I just wanted to make sure I was
Hmm.
saying. Okay.
Yeah, you
So
said
we
it right.
got Zion, who is our Cupid. And I'm looking at the time. We did get started a little late, and I know I don't want to keep everybody all night. So we can definitely go ahead and start talking about the soul of a Cupid. Now, for all of you who are new over here, well, welcome. That's number one. If you are not subscribed to Tam Telling Tales, you guys go ahead and make sure that you subscribe to me and everything because we do this all of the time. But we also want to encourage you guys to know that you come on over here for more conversations like this that are sometimes spoilers and sometimes non-spoilers. Now, a lot of the time, we've read the book as a book club, so when we come and we talk to the author, we be spoiling stuff. We be giving details, all the things. Okay, we be having our questions that we want to ask the author. Some of our other watchers do too, and so we spoil sometimes. Okay. Now, if you somebody who just cannot get into a spoiler, baby, listen, come back and rewatch a little bit later on. But I really truly believe that if you stick around with this conversation, we talk about this amazing book. If you haven't read it, you're gonna want to. Okay. So you guys, let's go. We're gonna talk about the soul of a Cupid. Okay, so right now I'm gonna encourage everybody that if you do have any questions, that you can go ahead and you can start putting them in the chat. But in the meantime, Blake, why don't you give us a synopsis of our monthly read, The Soul of a Cupid?
Well, the Soul of a Cupid is about Zahn and Alexander and Emerson, and Emery Emmanuel, and they meet, and they've already met. I mean, she was like 12 years old or something when they met, and she doesn't think of him as anybody but her big brother's best friend. And he's from this rich family, and it's just like something that's in passing. And so when they finally notice each other, it's at a dating event where she works at, and he knows instantly that Emery is for him, and it's because of a prophecy for Cupids. And so, if you've read the book, I don't like you said we're going to be giving away spoilers, but if he can be seen by her, then she's his match. And so they go through this thing of where neither one of them want to get with each other because her brother, they're best friends, and he's a player. He does this thing called food and effing that they do with
Mm-hmm.
women. And she's like, I don't want to be one of those women. But she ends up being one of those women and she falls for him and he falls for her. And it's just this amazing love story that leaves them together in the end. But with all of this, with Zahn constantly fighting what he knows he wants, and Emery constantly trying to say, well, this is just physical. And she's just going to say, this is physical, but that's not it. They both are fooling themselves. And of course, they're going to end up together because this is a romance.
They sure do. And you know what? I was here for it. Get together, y'all. Do y'all thing. It was now let me tell you what I was thinking when I was reading this book, right? So every time that his
Mhm.
Cupid wanted to his Cupid, I was
Mhm.
feeling like Cupid was cold for his dick. That's what I was feeling like. It was just, I don't know if it was just me, but every time I heard his Cupid wanted, it was that
Uh-huh.
energy of him.
Yeah,
But
his Cupid was like, you need to get with the program and do what I'm telling you to do because
yes,
I know what you need to do.
yes, that's what I was thinking every time. I was like, Tamara, get your head out of together. Get your head out of the this, this is such a romantic and well written book, girl. Stop doing that. Stop
Mhm.
it. But I was thinking that. I was. And it was so interesting to me too because you have these two best friends and
Mhm.
wait a minute, okay, I gotta stop and put this up because they be talking about me and
Man,
his Cupid could y'all know I can't be the only one. Nobody else was thinking that. His Cupid. I was like, oh, okay
now it's like it's never
then.
gonna live rent free in my head.
It was the dangling. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So the wings flaring out. He was getting hard.
Mhm.
That's what I
Mhm.
was thinking. It was cold. And okay, if it was just me, if I'm gonna be the only nasty one here, that's fine. I'll take it. Okay, whatever. Fine, Tina. Since you wanted to be, put it all on me, that's okay. I'll take that. But back to what I was saying about these brothers. Not well, these best friends.
Mhm.
Now, they had a whole lot of nerve feeling the way that they was feeling initially about the whole dating situation, which I
Mhm.
kind of understood because
Yeah.
when you know your friend be out here playing the game, it's like when it's somebody
Mhm.
else that you
Yep.
doing that with, cool. But when it come to mine, like
Yep.
no can do. So just to find out how everything was coming together with these
Mhm.
friends, with the sisters, I said,
Mhm.
well, look at here. Well, ain't this something? I said, well,
Mhm.
ain't this something? Now, another really
Mhm.
great thing that I loved about reading this book was, and Tina, she called me nasty, but the the sex scenes were so beautifully written. You
Thank
know
you.
what I mean? Like they were very erotic. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
you definitely get a little hot by by the scenes, but there was just such romanticism that was behind it. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
you could tell it was more so romance than it was
Mhm.
erotic, but it was
Mhm.
still very
That's
erotic.
right. Yeah, and that's where
Mm-hmm.
the sultry part of it comes in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a person who likes to write sex scenes with like the intent is like you're having a conversation, but you're not really saying anything. And so I
Mm-hmm.
want the sex scene to say a lot about how they feel about each other,
It did. It did. And you know what else I liked about it too
Mhm.
was the words were poetic even. I said this would be a great book to like read to your significant other. Like I don't know some people, that do that, us book nerd
Mhm.
readers and everything, we be engaging our folks into all of our shenanigans too. So you ever
Yeah.
have like a nice little evening and you like, oh, let me read to you. This would be like the ideal book in my opinion.
My
Okay.
husband would not go for it. He would
He
be blushing all
wouldn't.
over the place. No.
He wouldn't let you read to him.
No, 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 no.
Have you ever tried it?
And no, actually no. But I
You
don't,
should try.
he would just be blushing all over the place. I'm telling you.
See, but he will be blushing, but he would like that.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
he
he
would like
probably
it.
would. Yeah. You know.
I'm gonna try it. Yeah, I'm
You're
gonna
gonna have to let us know.
pick my chapter, pick my pages out in advance. Have a nice little, Never mind. Hold on, I'm telling all my business. Uh, all I'm saying is you definitely made it very enjoyable to read. I think that anyone reading it is going to get the gist that love is a good thing, and that we should all
Mhm.
be, aspiring to have the kind of feelings and companionship that they were having
Mhm.
in this book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who inspired this particular storyline? Where did it come from?
Honestly, it comes from like I don't know. It's just I watch a lot of fantasy, and so like I'll see a character and it'll just be like, I can turn him into something else. But it won't be. It doesn't always have to be a fantasy character. It can be like I could be watching a crime show. Like I watch 911, and I see a character and be like, oh, he would make a good Cupid, and I'll take his face and we'll just go with it from there. So it's never about any one person. It's probably just like a mishmash of a bunch of different faces and characters I've seen before and people I've known, and just all goes into one.
Mm. It's interesting that you said that because in reading your bio, you talk about how you infuse yourself into the storylines as well.
Hmm.
And so when it said that you like pink, and I was like, oh, okay. So that was where like
Hmm.
that pink glow was coming from. She's like,
Yeah, that's where
I'm
the
gonna
pink.
put myself in this
Yeah,
book.
yeah, because I was like, because at first I was gonna go with red, and I said, nope, I'm a pink girl all the way. And if you read any more of my books, you'll see that a lot of my characters are either a pink lovers or they have the Cancer sign because I mean I just know their personality so well. So because I'm a
Mm.
Cancer, of course.
Okay, and then also the part where our character Emery, where
Hmm.
Emery was being raised by her dad, and so
Hmm.
that's your situation as
That's my
well, huh?
story. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I was
Oh,
raised by my father since I was in the third grade. And all the way through high school, I was raised by my father. And, I went through the girlfriends, the stepmothers, the no more stepmothers, and all while being a preacher's daughter. So, yep, that was me.
oh,
Uh-huh.
oh yeah, that
PK.
is oh, yeah, that makes sense because you got to have him something solid by his side at all times.
Hmm.
We get it.
Hmm.
We get it. So I think that that is just super dope that you still like incorporate you and a piece of yourself into the
Hmm.
story. So I'm sure that makes it all the more real to you.
Yeah, it
Now
does.
there were a couple of things that stuck out to me in this book, and it had to do with Emery and her relationship like with her mom, right?
Hmm.
And how part of the reason that she was such a romantic was because she was like yearning for this
Hmm.
lifestyle that she wasn't afforded by her mom.
Her parents. Hmm.
And we see that a lot in some of the books that we
Hmm.
read, how those broken homes, how
Hmm.
it affects you, not necessarily in childhood,
Yeah. Yeah.
but as an adult. And
Hmm.
so I really thought that that was dope that you incorporated us knowing where her desire for romance and the white picket fence and that type of lifestyle
Hmm.
came from.
Yeah, some of us never see our parents hug or kiss or anything like that. And of course, being raised by a single father, I never saw that at all. So it's just like sometimes Emery was like a little reflection of me to where it's like I never saw that growing up. So of course I want to see that. I want that to be in my own life and want that to, translate into making a really romantic and passionate relationship. So I was like, Emery's like, she's not going to get into that, stereotype and say, I'm going to break this curse, this generational curse where we're all single, we're all getting, divorces. She said she wants the romance, and she wasn't willing to get with Zahn really because she didn't think he was capable of giving her the romance at first.
Mm-hmm. And he probably wasn't at first.
Mhm.
Oh, but baby, she broke him down. She broke him
Mhm.
down. I love that breakdown. I just love where he was. Okay, let me tell you my favorite part. when now she done discovered that she got her little feelings for him and everything. She hot and
Mhm.
bothered. She having her little, solo escapade and everything at the crib. And
Mhm.
he done popped in on her. He done right on her. Just,
Mhm.
bewitched her and just tickled the
Mhm.
nose. And all of a sudden they in the
Mhm.
bedroom and they down chicka wham wham. I said,
Mhm.
this is my kind of story. Right? This is
Yeah,
my
and
kind of story. Okay,
okay.
let's get on with the
Yep.
love. We have established that we like each other. Okay, so let's do what we
Mhm.
do. And they did it so well. But it was the transporting for me. I love the incorporation of the magic,
Mhm.
and he just in there now. He talking to her. Go ahead, keep on. Go ahead, finish
Yeah,
doing
go
what you
ahead.
was doing.
Mhm.
I said, "Oh, this is sexy." Listen, look, okay, look, I promise.
Yes.
They know what I'm talking about.
Yes, Andrea. Yes.
They know what I'm talking about. Hmm. Yes, I said, this is how I like things to go. You know, you ain't have to, get up, get in the car, drive no place. He can
Yeah.
just, teleport you
Mhm.
back to his place. Oh, I love magic. Oh, I love magic, Blake. It's because of you. It's because of
Good.
you. It
More is
absolutely.
more coming. Mhm.
Hmm. Hmm. So, I've told you about my favorite part of the book. What's your favorite part of the book?
My favorite part of the book probably was the travel when they I know it has nothing to do with probably the romance of the story, but I love to travel, and they were doing things that I've never done before. Flying in planes and jets and getting on yachts and stuff like that, and just having an experience that you don't have on a typical day. And so he gave that all to her, and so that was probably when they went to Florida and they had this whole experience there, and he was just like being someone she never thought he could be, like he surprised the crap out of her by being this romantic kind of person. And it was so unexpected. And I think that was my favorite part too, for her to discover how much of a romantic he really was.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, Zion. Oh, Emery.
Hmm.
Um, okay. Now I wanna ask this question too, because of course we know that it was based on Emery working for a matchmaking company, right? And it's clearly like a very high end matchmaking company. Okay, you got to be the clearly got crown
Yes.
to be a part of this organization.
Hmm.
Do you have any experience in that genre or that realm of things that helped you to write about it so well?
No, actually, you know what happened as I was writing this book? I was watching, I think it might have been on Netflix, a documentary about a company called Ashley Madison. And I was like, that name the reason why they chose the name was like, well, it just sounds like a typical American name. And, it's just typical people signing up for it. They just people with money and people, you know, getting this thing because and I was like, hold on. I'm going to put that agency in my book, and you're probably going to see Marcy Crawford agency in probably a lot of my books. So I was just like, I watched that. I was just inspired by the Ashley Madison company. It's the terrible company. So it's kind of funny that that's what inspired me to get, to do the Marcy Crawford agency, dating agency, for the elite. So I was watching that documentary and then I just said, yes, that's it. That's what Emery's gonna do. This romantic girl is gonna be working for this company that has, one side that's for love, but then there's this other side that's for something she would never get into. And she's just like that side of the company, I'm just trying to get everybody not to be on that side of the company. I want people to come to me for love. So but
Aw.
yes, actually that documentary inspired me.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have to check that out because I love the idea of them having the different versions of the matchmaking.
Yeah.
Like I thought so dope. And considering that instead of going into like medical therapy, she's like, I'm gonna be a couples
She wants to
matchmaker.
save the
They
people. She
must
wants
have
to
been
save
making.
the people that don't, that don't necessarily want to be saved. She wants to save those people.
Hmm. And they must have been making some top dollar because when they said,
Mhm.
she had a clothing allowance and you had to,
Mhm.
look a certain way. I said, oh, they out here getting
Mhm.
money,
Yeah. Mhm.
making love connections.
Mhm.
I might need to pop in on that. I might need to pop in on because see the only ones I know of is the typical ones that we hear on
Mhm.
Match.com and what is it like the Plenty of Fish and
Yeah. Yeah.
uh
Ashley Madison. Ashley
all of them
Madison
things.
is actually like it's a company. It's a dating service for people who are married, and they go looking for hookups on this dating service. That's what Ashley Madison is. That is not what Marcy Crawford is on, Emery's side. But on the other side, ooh,
Oh, you
yes,
playing right?
yes.
Okay, okay, Ashley.
Mhm.
Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna definitely want to watch this.
Mhm.
Where can we watch this?
I think
Is
it
this
was
a
on Netflix. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, y'all. Over there in the comment section, we got homework to do. Okay. We got homework to do. We're gonna watch this Ashley Madison documentary. We're gonna find out what inspired part of the storyline for this
Mhm.
amazing book, The Soul of a Cupid. All of you all who are coming in, tapping in with us towards the latter part of our interview. Soul of a Cupid is
Mhm.
available right on Amazon, so they can pick it up for
Yeah.
e-read. Can they do a paperback too?
Yes, paperback is actually the paperback is in review as we speak right now. So by the morning time, it should be ready again.
Okay, okay. So we're gonna put back up here on the screen what you're looking for. So when you
Mhm.
head on over to Amazon, you're gonna be looking for this amazing photo of this black male Cupid here, y'all.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let me pull this back down. Boom. There we go. Okay, so again, if you are watching, if you have any questions, then by all means, come on in and let us know because we get towards the end. So at 7:59, don't be coming in here talking about, oh yeah, and then tell us your life story again. No, no, we not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Okay. So if you do want to talk with Blake, definitely come on in. But we have definitely had us some good conversation about the soul of it. We had a great conversation at book club about it as well because it's just like such a sweet book. It's sultry. It's romantic. It's erotic. It's good.
All of the things. Yes,
All
that's
of
what
the
I was going
things. I
for.
gave it 5 acrylic nails. Mm. I did. I did. So, Blake, tell us a little bit about some of the other projects that you are currently working on.
Well, right now, working actually just published a book called Historic Magic. It's a book about two cousins who have magic and how a past from like magical ancestors in Africa influenced his world today. He's a doctor, and it's Masego Steele and Renata Worthy, and it's a whole thing where they get together, and it's just as sultry, just as romantic as The Soul of a Cupid. It's a full length novel. I'm also working on a vampire novel as well that I actually just turned in today for publication. So you'll be seeing the cover for that coming soon. And I have a few more things in the works, and they're all going to be, my that's my voice, just like Soul of a Cupid. If you like Soul of a Cupid, you will like my other books too.
I can believe that, y'all. So, take her word for it. You will enjoy. For all of you all who are tapping in with us on this evening, if you have not had the opportunity to pick up The Soul of a Cupid, then make sure that you guys are heading over and grabbing up your copy. For those of us who have read the book, let's make sure
Thank
that we
you.
get those reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you. And get those reviews in. All right, get the reviews in. Head over to
Please.
Goodreads, head over to Amazon, and make sure that you get a review in. Um, it don't have to be long. You don't have to do a synopsis or anything like that, but just let the people know. Just
Mm-hmm.
let the people know
Yeah.
how much you enjoyed the book, so that it can encourage them to
Yeah,
read
it
it as
helps.
well. Get
Mm-hmm.
her up in the algorithm because she deserves to be there.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So, before we, sign off, did you want to make sure that we know about anything else that you may have coming up, any events or things like that?
Well, I'm going to, well, in January, we're going to be having probably a BLP event, and you'll hear a lot more about that later on this year. And um, I just want you to keep looking for my releases. See me on Instagram. I'm author Blakemore on most things, or Blakemore Books. So if you search either of those names, then you can find me. And just to keep in touch with me, let me know what you like about the books. Let me know what you want to read. Let me know if you don't like fantasy. Tell me what you want from fantasy. So I just want you to, stay in touch. Let me know what you like, and I'll try to keep producing those things.
All right, awesome. And then you also have a website as well, correct?
Yeah, I'm author blakemore.com, blakemoorebooks.com.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, everybody, we want to make sure that we are doing what we can to support this amazing author.
Thank you.
She does not disappoint us at all with her literature. So make sure that we are doing all the things that we need to do to support. And then, of course, I want to encourage you guys to, check me out. If you're new to
This
me,
was, yeah,
yeah,
this is fun.
you know, by all means, feel free to share, like, follow, and subscribe to Tam
Hmm.
Telling Tales because we have conversations like this all the time with authors. I also have conversations with people in the film industry as well. So it's always a really good time over here. And so we are encouraging everybody to continue to read, you guys. Read
Yes.
a book, okay? So
Hmm.
Blake, I have a sign off, right?
Hmm.
And I
Okay.
would really love for you to help me with my sign off.
Okay.
And it's pretty easy. Okay. So I do the first part. I say, I'm Tam, I'm telling tales. And then you come right in after me and tell everybody to read a book. That's it. You gonna do it with me? But
Sure.
it,
Yeah.
you got it. Okay. So I'm about to do it. You ready? Because we signing off for the night. You ready?
Hmm.
All right, you guys. So I'm Tam. I'm telling tales.
And I'm Blake Moore. You need to get out there and read a book. Read my.
I got it. Tam telling tales. I got it. Tam telling tales. I got it. Tam telling tales. I got it.
Tongue twister. Say it real fast one time.
Tam, 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 tam.